Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to just pick up the camera and chat, and I was actually editing a video that I've been meaning to post on my channel for so long. Like, it's kind of an update video on just job related stuff, design related stuff, like just all around like career update, how I'm feeling, where I'm at, all that good stuff. Because I did post another video like a few months ago about quitting my previous job. And so I wanted to give an update on, where I'm at currently. And I'm like looking back at the video and like editing it, and I'm just I'm kind of like nervous about posting it because, I talk about how I'm feeling about my current job, and I'm still at my current job, and like, do I want to post something on the internet that like my employer could see and like that be used against me? Like, it's all these thoughts, right? So then I delayed posting it because I was like, okay, crap, like should I re-record and should I just give you guys an update? And so that is the attempt for this video, is to give you guys a quick update and not get into like so many details about things, because things are changing all the time. And I think when I posted that video, like I was feeling some way, and I still feel that way, but I think like I made a lot of progress for myself in trying to just take it one step at a time and just not overwhelm myself really. And yeah, so that's where I'm at. So I think first question is, did you quit your job that you were talking about in the previous video? Yes, I did quit my job. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'll link it somewhere here or down below. I talked about how I wanted to quit my previous job at this company I was at for, 2.5 years, and that's kind of where I started my career. And I felt like it was time for me to quit and look into other things. And at the time when I filmed that video, I don't think I mentioned whether I, quit my job and then found another job, or I was quitting and just gonna take a break, because I think I had said, I wanted to take some time just to figure things out. And what ended up happening was I didn't take time to figure things out. I instead just, joined another company, which is where I'm at right now. And the difference being that like I was really looking to work at a startup, and a startup that was in a space that was more aligned with things that I valued and cared about and found interesting. And I can definitely say that I did find that in this job, so I'm super happy about that. Like, I'm going through my own like learning curve and emotions with this job as well, but that's just how it is for any new job. Like, so I'm learning a lot, and I'm going through the range of emotions that one does. But I also wanted to kind of talk about something that's been on my mind for a while, about this bigger topic around career and this idea of having a dream career. Because I think for a long time, I like, even now where I'm kind of like, I like feel like I'm always in pursuit for what, like, something that's like my ideal job, ideal career, but like I don't really even know what that is. And that's been always like a source of like frustration for me, and just like anxiety for me about like, what do I want to do in my life? And like, even now I feel so lost. Like, I'm at a startup that's great. Like, I feel like everyone that I'm working with are amazing. Like, I'm starting to like what I'm doing, but it's like I have days, like some days I'm just like, oh, this is great. Like, I feel like I'm learning a lot, even though it's very different from what I'm doing. And some days I feel really overwhelmed and just like stressed out, and just feel like, am I even in the right role? Like, am I even doing the right things? And I think like today was one of those days where I felt like that. And I literally just had a chat with my coworkers, because they were all amazing humans and very supportive. And I just was really honest about like how I was feeling. And, they were really sweet and were there to support me, and just, kind of give me like words of affirmation, and just kind of validation that, it's okay that you're feeling this way. So that it was really good to just like hear that from them. But like on a like bigger, like higher level picture of like this whole conversation around the dream job, dream career, like I've been feeling so lost in my whole career path. And I feel like, I started this channel and I started making videos about design because I was taking this boot camp, and I feel like a lot of you guys joined me on this journey and joined this channel and like subscribed because you wanted to see more design content. And then I felt so weird about posting anything else because I was like not really doing design as much. Like I finished the boot camp, and I was like trying to recruit for some design roles, but I was in a situation, and still am, where I was like, I'm paying rent. I like, it's a very demanding, job. Like and it was really hard for me to like, focus on my job and then also recruit for design, not knowing if I fully wanted to actually transition into design, and like all these thoughts, right? Like, and so I felt weird. I was like, should I even keep posting on YouTube? Like, who's gonna care about what I'm saying? Like, I feel like people want to like hear about design. But I think like, I'm glad you're here and I'm glad you're listening to me, and I'm glad that, you're watching this channel, whatever reason you are. But like, I think, I do want to say that I don't have anything figured out. Like things are so confusing for me in my life. Like I am someone who's in my mid-20s still trying to figure out my life and my life purpose and like what's important to me and how I want to spend my time. Like these are all things I think about daily, and like sometimes it gets hard to like be like just to kind of like get out of your head, because I just feel like every day that goes by I'm just like, am I wasting time? Like should I be like doing things that like should I be moving closer to where I need to be? Like am I like by like just by kind of like hopping from one job to job, like, and not really taking the time to think about what exactly I want out of a job, and like, or taking time to even focus on other things like traveling or like just doing side projects and like passion projects. Like I feel like I am just like, every day goes by so fast, and I don't feel like I've done something to really like push the needle for myself, like, like in an area that really matters to me. And I'm just like, it's like a hard feeling, and I know like so many people feel this way, and like at the end of the day I'm like, well, I still needed a job, and I'm like, so I still need to work and like do all of that and take care of my stuff. Like I love that I'm getting Slack messages while talking about this. It's just honestly how I've been feeling. And I think like I just wanted to talk about this because I know that there's so many people out there who are still trying to figure that out in terms of their jobs, careers, because it is overwhelming. It feels like like it just feels like every decision has like a major impact, and I think like a lot of conversations that I talk to with my therapist is always around like, I don't know what I'm doing, like I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, like I don't know if I'm in the right like role, I don't know if I'm like in the right industry, or like I like so much is like unknown for me, and like I don't know, like I don't know if I should just like keep pushing through, or if I like need to know when I should call it for what it is, kind of thing, right? So anyway, like that's where this whole thing comes from about like, I don't even know if I have a dream career, right? Like I don't think I believe in like this kind of ideal job or career anymore, because I feel like every job has its like pros and cons. I think there is like jobs out there for everyone who like I know people love their jobs, and there are people who really like enjoy their jobs and who have found something that really aligns with like their skills and like values and like all this stuff that's important to them. Oh God. I just don't know if I figured it out yet for myself, Wow. Okay. And I think that it is a source of major anxiety for me. And I don't know, I think like, I like design is definitely like on pause, because I realize that I can't really focus on like my portfolio or anything, and I still have to decide like whether I even want to like fully transition into design. And like until I do that, like I just have to put that on brakes, because right now, like currently with this new job, like it's very demanding. Like there's a lot of stuff to learn. It's like a steep learning curve, and I've honestly been feeling really overwhelmed that I can't even think about like doing anything else, you know? And it's like that's what is like that's what is also like stressing me out, because I'm just like, wow, like I don't even have the energy to spend time on anything else. And I'm like, then is what I'm doing like most of my days, like on a day to day, is that like filling my cup in the way that I needed to fill my cup, you know? And like the whole other conversation that's going in my head is about grad school. Like, is like, do I even go to grad school? Like, I don't know. Like, you know, I don't know any of these things. Like, and I think that's something that I've been pondering as well. And like, if I feel kind of like stuck and not happy with the path that I'm on, like, should I be thinking about grad school, you know? And should I be thinking about, I don't know, like, should I be thinking about other options? Like, like it's even me talking about it is like so overwhelming to me, because like it's just so many things are going on, you know, and I don't know, like, I don't know where I am. I don't know. And I think mentally it's been affecting me on a day to day, like, and I think, you know, when I was around the time when I filmed that video about quitting my previous job, I was like, hey, like, I was feeling somewhat similar, but like kind of different also. Like, I think because I was so like jaded by what I was doing, I was so like ready to get out. Like, I knew I had to make a change. Like, but I think now I'm kind of like, now that I'm in a new role and it's been a few months since I've been like working at the startup, like I'm just like, okay, crap, there's so many moving pieces. Like, I still don't know if like I can see myself being here for a long time, and like maybe I'm just here like to learn and absorb as much as I can, and like it'll help me just like move to the next thing, right? Like, so I don't know, like I don't know, and I don't know what the next thing is. So it's like just everything is so confusing, and you know, clearly this video is so all over the place, but I always like I like filming these things like when I'm in this state of like just confusion and raw honesty, because this is where I am and this is where I'm at, and I don't want anyone to kind of like come to this channel and think that, you know, like anything differently, right? Like, I think what I realized, like after posting stuff about design and people following me and commenting about like wanting to learn more about my journey, is that like we all benefit from hearing and sharing our stories and knowing that like we're not alone in this. Like, there's so many people out there who are also going through similar problems, right? Like, albeit all of this is first world problems, right? Like, caveat, like me worrying about my life and like my job and like what I want to do and my life's purpose is such a privilege. It's such a first world problem. Like, I'm not here like worrying about how I'm going to survive, like what's going to be my next meal, right? Like, it's all first world problems, and you know, like, but you know, it's a lot of our realities, right? This whole existential issue that we all are going through and the next generation is going through about finding purpose in their, you know, work and career, and like also feeling like, you know, they're deserved to do that, you know. And it's not a bad thing if you already have a job and you just don't feel like it's a great fit or don't feel like you're super passionate about it. Like, it's not a selfish thing to think about yourself and just recalibrate and maybe decide that maybe it's not for you and maybe you need to think about something else. Like, that's just you being honest with yourself. I think that's where I'm struggling right now, where I really don't know what the next steps are and like what the timeline is for that. So I just want to be honest with you guys about that. And yeah, so I will wrap it up there because this video is getting long, but I did want to provide an update on how I've been feeling about things. And you know, if you guys are going through something similar, or you know, you have been in a similar situation in the past and are like have navigated that, like let me know. Like, I love reading your guys' comments. Like, it makes me feel like, you know, there's so many other people here like also going through this who can relate. Like, that actually motivates me to post more of these kinds of videos on this channel. So definitely let me know. Like, and yeah, I appreciate you guys, you know, watching this video and like staying subscribed to this channel, even though like I don't really know what I'm doing here. But yeah, guys, so I will see you guys soon in the next video. Not sure when it'll be, but I hope you guys are all staying safe and doing well, and I'll catch you in the next one.